Hi, everyone. Welcome to 7th grade. I am Mrs. Riddle. I teach 7th grade English Language Arts. I was first certified in elementary education, but I got my master's in grades 6 through 9. I have National Board certification, a minor in Spanish, and I'm working on my AIG certification. So I'm originally from the Pittsburgh area, and when I say that, people imagine I'm from here, but I really grew up in the middle of nowhere. And you can see here is Pittsburgh, and my house was all the way over here. So this is my teaching experience, and you can go back and read it later if you're really interested. I've been teaching 15 years in North Carolina, and this is my 8th year at HSA at Monroe Middle. So I teach English Language Arts, and these are my expectations. The school-wide expectations are be responsible, be respectful, be prepared, be safe, and we follow CHAMPS, which I will show you in a minute. All assignments will be on Canvas. Each day is a school day, whether you are at school or at home, and your work must be completed. Reading every single day is so important, and we're going to follow all school safety procedures, including wearing masks, washing hands, sanitizing, and social distancing. This is what CHAMPS looks like. It will change a little bit since our circumstances changed. Everything has an expectation, whether it's beginning class or reading or doing whole class or small group, and they will be posted in the room so you know exactly how you should behave. The materials, we cannot share materials this year. It's very important that your child has materials to use, and please remember that you need them for home and for school. Things we'll use are pencils and pens, earbuds and headphones for your computer, colored pencils. We need 2 composition, the Cal notebooks for reading class, and a folder, your Chromebook every day, and hand sanitizer and tissues if you want to have your own. We will have hand sanitizer for your use at school. What my class might look like. This is what I'm planning, but everything is subject to change. So we'll come in, we'll check email, check PowerSchool, check the Canvas course announcements. This is something you should do at home as well. Students complete attendance on their own for the class. We'll have a warm-up, a mini lesson, which I'm planning on doing recorded for everyone, whether they are here or not. Sometimes it'll be live if they're in class, and then independent practice and an assessment at the end. While the students are doing their independent practice, my plan is to do small groups and conferences and to use the data to teach the students who are in class, to teach them exactly what they need help with so that we can maximize our time. This is our curriculum for the year. We start with reading and writing realistic fiction, and we're going to do companion books, which is one of my favorites. We're going to read informational texts to learn how to write arguments, read historical fiction and informational book clubs, analyze poetry, and testing as a genre. The AIG curriculum, for those of you in my AIG class, is different. We will begin with a narrative unit, short stories, Holocaust literature. We'll read The Book Thief. The informational text will be woven throughout the course. We do word within a word, which is vocabulary study. We use the magic lens for grammar, but we also might use different grammar lessons. We follow William and Mary curriculum, which its theme is 1940s, a decade of change. These are our other required texts: A Christmas Carol, Fahrenheit 451, and Midsummer Night's Dream. Feedback. You will receive feedback from me in the form of grading and comments in PowerSchool, as well as comments in Canvas or comments directly on the assignments, and I will also send emails. PowerSchool. Students can check their grades in PowerSchool, and parents can get a login to check too. So when you log into PowerSchool, you find the term that you're in. If you click the number, it will take you to all of the assignments, and you can see how they did on the assignments. If you don't have a code, I highly recommend getting one. You get that from the front office, or you can email me and ask me, and I can help you. My contact information is amber.riddle@ucps.k12.nc.us. That's my email. You can email me anytime. This is my cell phone. I'm just asking that students be respectful. If you do things that are inappropriate, you will get blocked, and then you won't be able to contact me. Parents, please contact me anytime. You can text, call. If I'm busy, just leave a message. If I don't answer, I probably won't answer during school hours because I will be teaching. The school phone number is 704-296-3120. The best way to reach me, though, is my cell phone. So I am looking forward to this year. It's definitely different. We're all in it together. And if you have any questions, please reach out. I'm excited to meet you all, and have a great day.